Hello and welcome to Game Week 34 predictions for the Premier League. We've also got the Emirates FA Cup semi-final predictions between Forest and Man City, and of course Crystal Palace taking on Aston Villa tomorrow. So yeah, let's just jump straight into these predictions. First game is Chelsea against Everton on TNT Sports at 12:30. Chelsea, I mean, they're not in the best of form under Enzo Maresca at the moment. Chelsea beating Fulham last time out, very, very big win for them, but then losing to Liga also at home, but it wasn't really that interesting. They played a reserve side, rotated, and they've drew with Ipswich and Brentford in that time. Everton losing to Man City in the meantime. While that was all happening, David Moyes only losing 2 games since he's come in as head coach, and they have only lost 2 games to Man City and Liverpool. Pretty good record. If you ask me, Everton don't think have won at Stamford Bridge in absolute donkeys. I don't see that continuing here. I think Chelsea have started to pick up of late. A big win over Fulham last time out. Nicholas Jackson, Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke are all starting to fire. And Pedro Neto has finally worked his way into that Chelsea side. So I'll go about them for a 2-1 win in this one. And I think it'll be tight. I think Everton will give them a right good go under David Moyes. But I think Chelsea will just plug 3 in the end and win 2-1. Brighton take on West Ham now at the Amex, and Brighton don't have a great head-to-head record against West Ham. It has to be said. I think they've lost a couple of games at home in recent seasons, 2 or 3-1. I think I remember. West Ham could still go down, although will be confirmed if they grab a point or a win away here at Brighton. It would be Potter to it would be a kind of thing West Ham to do as Graham Potter is in charge, going to Brighton and winning the game. Of course, the drew with Southampton, disappointing point for West Ham United last time out. Can Graham Potter turn it around? Since he's left Brighton and gone to Chelsea and West Ham, it's really not worked out. Brighton losing 4-2 away at Brentford last time out with the 10 men. They were quite unfortunate in that game, although I'm going to back them in this one. I'm going to back them 3-1. I just think West Ham are absolutely dreadful at the moment, and yeah, I'm going to back Brighton. I'm going to back Brighton to win this, and back the Seagulls to get the job done and get over the line. And 3-1 to Brighton in this one. Newcastle take on Ipswich at St James's Park, and this really could be any score. Newcastle having Eddie Howe back from hospital and has fully recovered from pneumonia. Newcastle, he'll be a bit disappointed with their last result, 4-1 away loss at Aston Villa. He'll be really disappointed with that. Ipswich losing 4-0 at home to Arsenal, pretty embarrassing if you ask me from them, but you could see it coming after that decent performance away at Chelsea. Yeah, Newcastle are going to thrash Ipswich. I think Newcastle at home are a different kind of beast. And yeah, they're going to win this, I think, and they're going to absolutely tear Ipswich to shreds and other teams apart here. So yeah, I'm going to bet Newcastle to win this. I'm going to go 4-1 to Newcastle. I just think Ipswich are very leaky at the moment in terms of defence, and they've got no good defenders. I mean, Greaves and O'Shea aren't going to cut it for this level. Great defenders for the Championship, but not good enough for the Premier League. I'm going to bet Newcastle to win this 4-1. Southampton take on Fulham now, and yes, St Mary's, they have only won once at home all season. Have Southampton another horrible home record in the Premier League for the Saints. Fulham in a bit of horrid form, apart from beating Liverpool 3-2, losing to Bournemouth away from home, they're losing to Chelsea. They're on a bit of a downward slide, but this is the perfect game to pick themselves back up in this one, isn't it? Away at Southampton. Yeah, Southampton picking up a decent point away at West Ham United last time before. That they lost to Villa 3-0, Spurs 3-1. But yeah, good about Fulham in this one, and yeah, Marco Silva's side should get the job done in this one. They have enough quality, likes of Jimenez, who's been firing since coming back from that injury. He didn't look himself for Wolves, remember, but he's started to fire and look back to his normal self again. They've got better defence. Iwobi, Sessegnon up front. They've got brilliant attacking fire, have Fulham. So go back them 2-0 in this one. Nice 2-0. Away win for Fulham, and Southampton already down anyway. It doesn't really matter for them. Fulham to win 2-0. Wolves take on Leicester now. Wolves mathematically safe under Vitor Pereira. He has stabilised the sinking ship that was going on with Gary O'Neill. there, and Leicester City under Ruud van Nistelrooy. Shame he is leaving. I thought he said he wanted to build, but it obviously just isn't happening for Leicester City, and they are going to be back in the Championship next season. They got relegated last time out at home to Liverpool, didn't they? But they couldn't really do much against the Liverpool side that are firing on all cylinders. Wolves having winning 5 on the bounce at Southampton, West Ham, Ipswich, Spurs and Man United beating teams all around them, of course. And Leicester, after picking up against Brighton, put in a spirited performance at home to Liverpool, but just wasn't enough for a point in the end. Good about Wolves on this one. They've got the likes of Sarabia, Cunha. They're going to have enough more quality. I'm going for 6 on the bounce for Wolves and them to beat Leicester City by 2-0 in this one. Nice 2-0 home win for Wolverhampton Wanderers to get them over the line in this one. To an FA Cup semi-final we go at Wembley as Crystal Palace take on Aston Villa. Villa losing in the week away at Manchester City, but Arsenal Crystal Palace picking up a point away at Arsenal with that wonder strike from Jean-Philippe Mateta. In that one, Anthony Taylor, the referee for this one, promises to be a bit of a wreckage at the VAR. Are going to be in charge of this one. The other semi is, of course, Forest against City. Yeah, I mean, Palace under Oliver Glasner, they'll be looking to pick up, but Villa beating PSG, remember, coming up short and thrashing Newcastle to pieces 4-1 before that. Palace weren't in great form, they seem to have stabilised a little bit. I'm going to back Villa to win this, though, in extra time. I think they'll get the job done in extra time. A Villa to win this 2-1 in extra time. I think it'd be probably an Ollie Watkins goal that sends them into the final of the Emirates FA Cup, and pray to God they don't win a trophy as a Birmingham fan. Then back to the Premier League for Sunday's matches as Bournemouth take on Manchester United, and a big game this on Sky Sports. Bournemouth struggling a form of late. I mean, they're unbeaten in their last 3, drawing away at West Ham, beating Fulham at home, and they drew away at Palace 0-0. United, apart from that thriller against Lyon, have still been in absolute shit form, losing at home to Wolves on that Sunday, where I think it was Sarabia grabbing the goal. The 2 Wolves star players, Sarabia and Cunha, link it up. Bournemouth, I think, should have enough to get through in this one. United are just terrible at the moment, aren't they? So yeah, I'm going to fully back Bournemouth to win this one here. And yeah, I'm going to back Bournemouth. Of course I am. 2-1 at home against Manchester United. And yeah, quite comfortably win this. So yeah, Bournemouth win 2-1 against United, and more pressure on Ruben Amorim. Isn't Arnold going to make another error? Let's hope not, for United fans' sake. Then into the final game of the Premier League, where Liverpool just need a point over Spurs to get the job done. This game finished 6-3 back in the reverse fixture at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, didn't it? So don't expect to fall asleep in this one, because this is going to have goals in it. I fully expect Liverpool to win at Anfield. Spurs having the injuries back, but they're still just as shit as they were with the injuries, so there's no excuse for Big Ange now. They're absolutely terrible. Tottenham, I think this could be an absolute crazy game. I think I'm going to back a crazy result. You will get that in shortly. Liverpool back-to-back wins over Leicester and West Ham. Spurs losing at home to Forest after going 2-0 down after 10 minutes kind of set the tone for that match. After beating Frankfurt, they've still got a chance of the trophy, so they'll still keep the faith in Ange Postecoglou. You may as well, might you, as of now. So yeah, I'm going to back Liverpool to win this. So I'm going to go 5-2 to Liverpool. Just because the reverse fixture was just chaotic. 8 goals. I'm going to go for the 7 in this one. There was 9 goals in the last game. I'm going to go for 7 in this one. Liverpool to get the job done and win by 5-2 over Tottenham in an absolute thriller. While the other game at 4:30 is in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. And the final game of this prediction show is Nottingham Forest taking on Man City. Same time as Liverpool Spurs. You want to keep an eye on both because Liverpool can win the title. But Forest, under Nuno, are very stubborn opposition, aren't they? City seem to have clicked a gear, so they've seemed to go back into gear. After beating Aston Villa on Tuesday, they've won 4 of the last 5 in that one draw coming in that dull affair against Manchester United in the Manchester derby. If it is a derby, I don't know. I don't think it is. Forest getting a very, very good win away at Spurs on last Monday night. They might be a bit more tired. So will City, though, because they played Tuesday. I forgot about that. Forest losing to Everton and Villa before that. I hope Forest win. I really hope so. But I just can't see it. I think City are going to have too much quality for them in this one. I'm going to back Pep Guardiola's side in this one to win by 2-1 away from home. Get the job done. Very good win for Pep the Crep. And, yep, I think he's going to win again. And City get the job done over Forest in this one and move to the FA Cup final against Villa, which will be my prediction. Thank you very much for watching this prediction show for Game Week 34. Hope you did enjoy this show. But yeah, we'll speak to you on the next one, which will be EFL review on Sunday. Probably might do it Saturday evening. I'll see what timing is looking like. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one.